the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, the final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. They'll run on first down. Armstrong. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Rush in.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
On first down, McIntyre. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down now, McIntyre. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They'll run on first down. McIntyre. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. But it's brought in by Washington. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now Mahomes. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Now here's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This one taken from the 7. He's got daylight. 30, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bronco score. A 93-yard kickoff return, and the Broncos have taken the lead. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you.
And raise you 6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Still one of the most exciting plays in football. The kick return shows why there. 93 yards on that return for 6. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Gabriel, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
We play to win.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
So let's all work together on this one, because it's natural to just watch the football. I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Time to check the defensive starters here for Kansas City. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
They'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Cherry, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On second down, Cherry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
That's how we do it.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Broncos 7, Chiefs 3.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Right there. Tackle.
They'll run on first down. Cherry gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cherry, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. And they have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 26.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down now, Cherry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. They run the counter. Cherry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A rough go there on 3rd down. A loss of 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game now. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, McIntyre. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Mahomes now to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Check. Fresno.
On first down, McIntyre. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On second down now, McIntyre. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about. But I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Keep playing at it. Check.
Number 82.
Check out.
First down.
They'll run on 1st down. Cherry. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
50,
On 2nd down, Cherry able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, Cherry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Now back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Come on.
of the gun. They'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Touchdown. Fairbairn lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on...
And it coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
They'll run on first down. Cherry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regulars.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And taken right at the 35. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the 2nd quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
They'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of that is pride because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Broncos send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. The Patriots seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. A field goal, the difference. 17-14, the final. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital. See what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Christian McCaffrey leading the way on the ground there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll keep it on the ground. Cherry. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's the second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw, and that will be incomplete.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here. And that's incomplete.
I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And out come the Chiefs now.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So on the big tight end, Holden.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or has to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without Holden.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On second down now, McIntyre, and he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 30-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a carry here for their fullback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
On first down, McIntyre down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. McIntyre. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
A 44-yard attempt.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our player spotlight. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. They'll run on first down. Cherry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Space to maneuver at the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
18 Gator. Let's go. Check 99. Check 99. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. On first down, Cherry. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now here's Mahomes. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes complete. Smith has it. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 38, Mahomes. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Mahomes now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mahomes firing complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run on first down. McIntyre. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. McIntyre. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's caught, Smith. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bronco defense comes up big. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st down, Cherry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Cherry. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Safety's creeping.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Broncos, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.